In this video, I'm going to show you how to curve text in the Silhouette Cameo Studio. One of the things I always suggest is when you're curving text is to make sure you're doing it with intention. So here we have a skull and crossbones that we're going to curve some text around, and I'll show you guys how to do that using a fictitious barbecue sauce company. So I'm just going to type out the barbecue sauce company. So if you're creating a logo or you have a logo and you need to put some text around it, this is how you can accomplish that. Alright, let me color this in so you can see it. Alright, so we have that logo, we have this. Now you could probably just do this or this, but that kind of looks plain and boring, so if we want to spruce it up a bit, we can take a circle and we can just going to draw this real quick. And I'll just center this around the skull here in the center. Just using this line here down the center to line the skull up on. Then I'm going to line circle. I think that looks good. Centered. Alright, I'm going to use my align tool and just align it vertically. It's pretty close. Okay, so let's get into it. Now when you're going to curve this text around the skull and crossbones here, you have to double click on the text and it'll bring up this plus sign here, and then we can go ahead and touch it to that line and then slide it around to where I want it to be. So I'm going to split the difference here. Now it looks like this T and this Y edge here and here are pretty much straight across from each other, so I'm going to go ahead with that. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there still is a circle here, and that's what this text is riding around. It kind of dulls it out once you hit it with that with the text for the curve. It kind of dulls it out in the background so you can't really see it. So now if if you're happy with this, you can do that. But if you wanted to curve some text down here, we can do that as well. So we can just do our barbecue sauce company is hotter than hot. Alright, so here's where it gets tricky. I want this to ride on the inside of this curve here. So if I just hit it, it can get wonky. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'll do it again. So if you got to catch it in the right angle for it to go in there. Otherwise it can flip all over. There's no real perfect way to do it. I just think I got lucky there. Alright, so that looks pretty ridiculous, right? So if we go in here and there's this slider, I can slide this out so now the top of the letters are riding along this circle, and the bottom of these letters are riding along it there. So now we have our text curved around it. Pretty basic, but you can also, if you click on the circle, now we can manipulate the circle and drag, and it'll move the text around. So tighten this up, tighten this up. Now, looks like this T is higher than this H, so I'll double click on this and I'll grab that plus sign again. And I'll just adjust that. There we go. Now we have the the barbecue sauce company, hotter than hot. Pretty basic with the curving the text. I hope that makes sense. Now you can also curve text around any shape. So if you have this box here, and we wanted to curve this around here, you gotta be careful. That's what I wanted. So you could do something like that. Your logo, make this a little bit bigger. You could actually take that out so it could be so I'll grab this here. You do the barbecue sauce code like that. Now to get it off of, now this is still connected to the circle and this is still connected to the square. So if we wanted to remove that, because it will cut that circle. So we go in here and we just ungroup. See how that circle came back? Now we can just go ahead and get rid of that. Same with this. We wanted to get rid of that square. Just ungroup. And this goes for any line you have in the silhouette. So if I drew a crazy line, and then typed out some text. The barbecue. It will follow along any text that you have. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know about our fictitious barbecue sauce company or curving text. Thanks. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I missed anything, I appreciate it. Thanks.